Hello YouTube and fellow preppers, I am Geordie Prepper. This is a gear review stroke continuation of the bugging series of videos, and we're talking about water and water filtration. This is one item which I would think is absolutely essential, and if you were going to get just one item to filter your water in a bugging, then I would suggest it just be one of these life straws or water straws. There are different brands and different companies make a similar sort of product, and this one's from DrinkSafe. I'm just going to take you through it, and I'm just going to go through it as it's written down in the manual, just so that you can get an idea of what it does and if it could help you in debugging. Okay, so what does the water straw actually do? Well, it delivers up to 700 litres of purified filtered water. It's clean tasting and safe to drink, the water that you suck up through the straw. It helps to remove chemicals, herbicides, pesticides, purification chemicals and taste. So what I would recommend is, obviously, if you have water purification tablets, then you could use those to help make water safe and to kill off any viruses. But obviously you might not like the taste that the purification tablets leave in the water. So you could use the water straw as a further filter on the water and just to remove those tastes. Eliminates waterborne disease causatives, including Cryptosporidium, Giardia, E. coli, viruses and anthrax. And it helps to remove bacteria, protozoa and viruses, chemicals, bad taste and odour, and sediments. The cap here is being plugged as watertight. I would say that yes, it is. However, it is very easily removed. Obviously you don't want any contaminants getting around the area in which that you're sucking the water through. So I would suggest just keeping the cap on at all times. I think this would have been better as a screw-on type thing, and the plastic could just be a little bit thicker. But I mean, they say it's watertight. I would say yes, it is. However, you may want to keep the straw, if you're carrying it on you, in a safer place, such as inside of a water canteen. On the bottom of the water straw, it has a much better system for protecting the area where the water is coming in. In order to get water through the system, you have to unscrew the bottom so that the valve is open. It also has a sediment filter in the bottom there, which initially removes all of the larger particles in the water. The top of the filter would benefit from the same system at the bottom, really, just to protect the mouthpiece a lot more from any contaminants. So in the instructions, and just some general common sense things when you're using the water straw, is to source the clearest water possible. Obviously clear water doesn't mean that it's clean, it just means that to get the best life out of the water straw, you have to source the clearest, cleanest water possible. Include using a couple of containers of water and using a bandana or some cotton material to pre-filter the water before you actually use the water straw with the water that you've collected. If you are not able to pre-filter water very effectively, then if there's any sediment in the water, then just leave the water to settle, and then the sediment will eventually separate down to the bottom. The heavier particles will go down at the bottom of the water, and then you simply use the water straw in the clearest section at the top. Right guys, so I'm actually going to use the water straw now just to take you through its use, and it's very simple. Just remove the top where the water is going to come out, put the bottom valve open so it's in the open position. There's a space between there, and you can see that that bit is opened up. The minimum line is where you want to be putting the straw into. The water should be up to that level as a minimum. So just put it into your water which you've pre-filtered or taken from another source. You might have put some water purification tablets in it, and then all you do is obviously just suck through the straw. It'll take a little while for the water to come through, but just bear with it. Once you've taken the amount of water that you want, blow through the straw to remove the excess water from inside. It helps to remove any excess water in there, in which the bacteria in the water that you've just pulled through may be able to breed in. Once you've finished using the water straw, after a period of many hours or many days, then you're going to need to do the back flush. So with the back flush addition on, you're forcing water through the opposite direction past the filter, which is going to remove any particles and contaminants around the filter. It's also going to be flushing out any water that was in the chamber before the filter, which may be contaminated, and then it basically just flushes it out through the inlet and removes it from the water straw. And you have to do this before you put the water straw away in storage. Alright guys, so that was the water straw. I hope you've enjoyed me taking you through it and showing you in it. You don't have to laden yourself with tons of equipment in a bug out in a bug in situation, but if there's one piece of equipment I would suggest to have on you personally at all times, in a bug in and a bug out, it would be something like this. I would suggest that every single member of your group have one of these as well. You know, there's bigger solutions which are more based around a group scenario, like the lifesaver bottle, the lifesaver jerry can. You know, things like that are more for like a group situation. But I would suggest that yourself and every member of your group have a personal backup to be able to provide yourself with safe, purified, filtered water. It's really just an essential piece of kit, and this forms the first layer of my filtration system, whether I'm at my bugging location or if I'm bugging out. I've also used this many times when I've been out walking. Once I've used it in the field, I just bring it home and back flush it, and then I just put it away and it's ready for the next time. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do consider your water in a bug in or a bug out. Just put a little bit more thought into it because it is really essential. Just want to finish the video to say be safe and be prepared.